Good morning, students. Welcome to Department of History. Now we will study about the medieval Indian history. The topic is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. His year is 1325 to 1351. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Now we will see the introduction of this Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq or Ghazi Malik was the founder of the Mughal dynasty. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was succeeded by his son Prince Juna Khan. Juna Khan took up the title of Muhammad Tughlaq. Now we will see the early life of Tughlaq. He was born in Multan. Muhammad succeeded to the Delhi throne upon his father's death in the year 1325. Gold and silver coins were distributed among the people at the time of coronation. Muhammad Tughlaq was a scholar of logic, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, physical sciences and calligraphy. He was also interested in medicine and was skilled in several languages like Persian, Arabic, Turkish and Sanskrit. He helped his father in overthrowing Khusro Shah. He undertook two expeditions on Warangal in 1322 to 1323. Now we will see about the political concepts. He believed in making the whole of India as one political and administration unit. His main expeditions were, first one we will see the Karjal expedition. Karjal was a Hindu kingdom located between India and China. In the year 1337, Tughlaq sent a huge army to invade Karjal. He was great loss to the Sultan both in men and money. Further against the Mongols, the Sultan felt weak as had a neglect the defense of the northwestern foreigner. The Mongols under their leader Tarma Shirin Khan had invaded India and plundered up to Multan and Lahore without any opposition. Second one is Khusran expedition. In order to fulfill his ambition of a great conqueror, he planned to conquer the kingdom of Khusran, which was then ruled by Iraq. But his project was dropped because he did not get the help of the Persian emperor who had assured him to help his mission. Now we will see the taxation in the Doab. The Doab, the region between the Gangas and the Jamunas. The Sultan made in oil advised financial experiment in Doab. He not only raised the rate of taxation but also received some additional cesses. According to Barney, the taxes were increased 10 to 20 times. It leads to famine in Delhi and its neighborhood and the Doab. They left their homes and shifted to the departments. Sultan adopted measures to bring back the peasant to their original homes. He created a new department of agriculture called Diwan-e but it was failed. And also Muhammad bin Tughlaq has done transfer of the capital. He shifted, in the sense Muhammad bin Tughlaq he was shifted the capital from Delhi to Devagiri, that is the Daulatabad. Delhi was nearer to the northwestern foreigner which was exposed to Mongol invasion, but Devagiri would be a safe place and almost free from Mongol raids. Devagiri was situated at central place, so the administration of the north and the south could be possible. He provided all facilities for those who were required to migrate to Daulatabad. After couple of years, Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to abandon Daulatabad because he realized but he could not control the south from Delhi and north from Daulatabad. He changed his mind and again in the year 1335 AD transferred the capital to Delhi, and he has done also the currency experiment. Muhammad bin Tughlaq needed to replenish the royal treasury to he decided to issue bronze coins by passing a royal order that the coins were to be accorded the same value, that is same purchasing power as silver coins. In other words, he wanted the markets to mentally consider bronze as silver itself, so that 1 gram coin of bronze could buy the same goods as 1 gram coin of silver, which led to their depreciation and foreign merchants refusing to do business in India. He introduced a new coin made up of silver and adils, and he increased the size of the existing gold dinar 172 grains to 202 grains. Muhammad bin Tughlaq he has done in the year of 1325 to 1351 copper tongue coins. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced copper currency in the year of 1330 AD. Muhammad bin Tughlaq ordered that coins of copper currency should be considered equal in value of those of silver and gold coins. You are observed in this picture, but Muhammad bin Tughlaq failed in spite of his good intentions simply because he was much ahead of his time. And also we will see the Muhammad bin Tughlaq has done the gold tanka, but he failed in spite of his good intentions simply because he was much ahead of his time. In those days there was no elaborate machinery to prepare stands coins, and consequently the coins minted by the state could not be easily distinguished from the private foreigners. So, every goldsmith and silversmith began to make copper coins in large numbers. You are observing this slide. This is an example of Muhammad bin Tughlaq plate money. A copper coin struck to look like a silver tanka and mean to have the same value. The coins were struck only during the years 1732 and as well as in the 1329 to 1332 CE, after which the experiment was abandoned. Liberal administration. Now we will see the administration of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. In his religious view, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was liberal, though he requested recognition from the Caliph in Egypt. He loved holding discussions with philosophers and man learning, and was undoubtedly an extraordinary man who combined with himself numerous contradictions. And he tried to stop a practice of sati. He made himself the highest court of appeal. Muhammad bin Tughlaq believed that he was the shadow of the god. Some of the inscriptions on his coins has written, God is the superior of Sultan. In this we have to see the whole the policy and why he has done the reason and why he was failed. The estimate of Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. While making an estimate of Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq character and achievements, historians have strongly differed and have expressed diametrically opposite views, but he was proved to be a big failure as a ruler, particularly with regards to his different experiment. It was due to the failure of different matters he has done and also he has been called as a mud sultan. In this way we have to see in the whole history of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and we'll see the, we had seen the experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and also we had seen the conquest of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, thank you one and all.